Hi, Ann Catania from Designs by Ann C. at 910 Fairmount in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So today I decided to create a wreath so that you can hang it on your door, or some people use it on their table and they place candles in the center. So I'm going to teach you how to design a beautiful willow wreath. And what we're going to use today is mostly dried and silk flowers. So make sure that you have your wires ready. If you have spool wire, cut them so that it doesn't take as much time to design this. We're going to start out by adding some dried elements. You can decide how large you would like this, how big the wreath should be. So what you're going to do is place the dried elements into the wreath, such as this. And you can use all kinds of dried pieces. And when you place them, they don't have to be perfect, as you know, that's my perfect thing to say. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's something that you like. So we're going to start out just like this. So this could be the top, or it can be the bottom, depending on how you would like to hang it on your door. And as I said, we're going to use some dried elements. You have to be Hercules to cut this. All right, we're going to place it, and then we're going to wire everything so nothing is going to move. And we're going to have fun with it because you're going to add all different pieces of dried flowers and silk flowers that you like. It's actually your design. So we're going to add some dried leaves on either side. And this is all durable for the weather. So that if it's cold out, if it's windy, just make sure that when you hang it on the door that it's placed so that it doesn't move. And I'm sure your neighbors are going to say, oh, could you make me one? And of course you're going to say, being a nice neighbor, of course I'll make you one. So this is how we're doing it. We're just placing it in the willow. This is actually the easiest way to do it. Willow, it's just an easy form. All right, so we're going to add a little bit more. And then we're going to add some silk flowers. And you can purchase silk flowers anywhere. They could be the inexpensive ones. They could be the more expensive ones. It just depends on what you like and what color. I'm going to use some orange roses. So far, this is what it looks like. And then we're going to wire everything. And we're going to add some pumpkins. We're going to add some ribbon. Okay. So as you can see, it's just placed in all different areas of the wreath. So now we're going to make sure that it is wired. And we're going to get a piece of wire in different areas to hold it down. And no one's actually going to see this through the back. So it's just going to be so that when you place it on your door, nothing is going to move. Now, you don't have to use spool wire. You can use the length wire so that you don't have to keep cutting it. And when you place the wire, make sure the leaf isn't pressed down. Pull the greenery or the leaf out a little bit so that it flows. And we're going to do another piece here. Fall is one of my favorites along with spring. I absolutely love the change of color, the season. I don't think I could live anywhere else. I love the area that we live in. I love the seasons as they change. But fall has its own beauty. Okay. So no one's going to see the wire the way that I have it placed in the wreath. It's just so you know that it's not going to move. So far, this is what it looks like. As I said, it could be either way. I prefer it this way, but that's to your liking. So we're going to add some silk flowers to it. And I'm going to place them at the top so that you can see the roses coming out. And it'll give it a lovely look as it flows. And I'm keeping the center open in case you would like to place ribbon there. I'm not a ribbon person, but many people love bows. I'm just not one. I just like the look of the flowers and the greenery. Okay. And we have one more. And I'm going to save that because I am going to place a ribbon in the center and throughout. Before I do that, I'm going to add some pumpkins to it. And we're going to do it with hyacinth sticks. And you could use a long toothpick or something, just that it has a pick at the end. And you can just place it into the pumpkin and just apply it in the arrangement. Now remember, it's seen throughout, so you want to put some that are off to the side. It just can't be in the front, like this. So it's looking both ways. And the more pumpkins you put in, the prettier it is. And they do not have to be a particular size. They just have to be placed to your liking. As I say, it's always to your liking because it's your arrangement. Okay, let's see so far. This is what it looks like so far. Actually, I'm having fun doing it. I feel like a child doing this. And you can do it with your children or your family or your friends. You know, you should have an afternoon. Invite your friends over and say, let's design a wreath and have lunch for them. Have fun. Have fun doing this. Okay. So now I need one more large pumpkin or a medium size. We're going to place it here. And I'm going to do a different size. Let's see where I want this. Maybe here. No, it's too big. So we're going to place it here. There. So it's clustered. And we need one right here. And we're going to do this size. Remember, it's a design for you. And you want it to look the way you love it. And as I said, when people see it, they're going to say, oh, that's gorgeous. Where did you buy it? Who made it? And you're going to say, I made it. So you could add some pods to it to give it a different dimension. And as I said, it is fun to create this. Because when you walk through your door and you see it, you'll know I designed that. Okay. And each faux pumpkin does not have to go in perfectly. It's where you want to place it. So now I am out of Hyacinth Sticks. So what am I using? I'm using stems from the silk flowers. Everything is usable. That's the stem, and it's going to go right into the arrangement. All right. One more pod. I'm going to take it out of this one, and I'm going to place it in here because I need that right here. All right. So this is what it looks like. And now I'm going to make a beautiful ribbon. And I'm going to use lace. You're going to say, well, why would you use lace in a willow wreath? Because it's very, very feminine. It's very pretty. Now, people also say to me, how do I make a bow? Well, I was taught as a little girl how to make this bow. I used to go into a card shop around the neighborhood that I lived in. And there were these two women that I loved. They had a fabulous card shop. And they would decorate and they would do gifts and so forth. And I would ask them, how do you make a bow? And they would show me. I didn't have ribbon, so I was using, believe it or not, shoelaces from my sneakers. And I learned how to make a bow. It is one of the easiest and the most difficult things to do. So I'm going to teach you how to make a bow. Here's the end of the ribbon. You're going to loop it here, and you're going to loop it here. You're going to gather it like such, and you're going to put another loop, and then another loop. They don't have to be perfect in length. They just have to be consistent. And I'm going to show you how to make that beautiful bow. So when you place it, you give it a twist. Another, give it a twist. You're going to keep doing that. Another twist. And there is the bow. So I'm going to keep the length of the ribbon hanging long because I'm going to incorporate it in the wreath. So this is it. I'm going to get a piece of wire. And I'm putting it in the center of the bow. You give it a good twist like that, and there's your bow. Now, it only has one side, so I'm going to cut another piece so it gives it length. We're going to add the bow to the center. That will be the top of the wreath. And remember, I saved one of the roses. Well, I'm going to decide if I want to put a rose there or if I want to place another pumpkin. So we're going to give it a twist, and we're going to fluff out the bow. So I think I'm going to place that rose. So we're going to bring this out because I need, and we're going to place the rose. And I need another little piece of greenery. So we have this piece, and what I'm doing with it, I'm going to start on one end, and I'm going to tuck it in to the wreath in different areas, just so it looks as if the lace is throughout the wreath. It could be tucked in, it could be looped, just the way you like it. And you could connect it to the greenery or the pumpkin. So when you're short, like I am right now, and I mean my height as well, but short ribbon, you just cut another piece and you attach it. I'm not that short. There, I did it. I did not lose it. I thought I wasn't going to have enough. So let's look at it. So what I like is that the bow is throughout, and we're going to get another piece of ribbon. We're going to cut it, and we're going to make the extension to the bow. We're going to take another piece of wire. We're going to just twist it onto the bow, such as, and we're going to place it right in the middle. And it looks like it's part of the bow. We're going to tuck that in, and we're going to hang the ribbon. We're going to cut it on an angle. And those extra little pieces I'm going to use in here. And there is one more thing I want to do, and that is the center. I'm going to add another pumpkin between the rows, the two roses. There you have it. I hope you love it. I hope it's something that you would like to do. Do it yourself. Another footnote I may say, if you have a glue gun and it makes it easier for you, you can glue all the elements. Have a great day. Enjoy your wreath. I'll be back. Again, I'm Ann Catania at 910 Fairmount, Designs by Ann C. Thank you so much. I appreciate you watching me. Keep watching me because I love being part of you. Have a great day.